Given that I am a student of counseling and I am not a licensed therapist, the following simulation is used solely for the purpose of academic practice and training, and all parties involved understand that this exercise is for education purposes only.
Okay.
So, you wanted to talk about how you'd like to exercise more.
Yes.
Right. What can you tell me about that?
So, basically, I've been working at Chick-fil-A for about 2 years, and therefore eating a lot of fried food for 2 years. And I think you definitely gain a lot of weight because at the job you're typically standing in one place for long periods of time, and then you go on break and you eat fried food, and then when you're working you're not really very active with anything besides your hands. Like, you're standing, you're doing a lot, but it's just with your hands, and so you're not actually burning off all the food that you're eating. And then I'm usually pretty tired when I get home from work, so that means I'm going to be even less active. And then fried food makes you not want to be active, and so I would like to make myself actually do something a little bit more and exercise more, live a healthier lifestyle, especially since I just moved out. It's basically like I am responsible for what I eat and what I do and if I'm exercising or not and how I'm spending my time. So now that it's on me and it's my responsibility entirely, I think I want to make those good decisions. And especially one of the things that I've been focusing on is I want to start exercising, but I haven't actually done anything to start exercising yet. But I've been thinking about how I want to do it, but I haven't actually been able to get out and do anything about it.
Okay, so you're recognizing that as you're on your own now, you need to start making decisions for yourself and including healthy choices with eating, and you're in a situation and a job that does not promote healthy eating, and exercise, which also is not promoted in your current situation.
Exactly. And now that school is out and I have a little more time, it's just work is my main thing that I have to prioritize around for whatever I want to do. So if I'm going to be like wanting to exercise, I have to do it either before or after work. So I need to figure out when I have the time to do that.
Okay. And your work schedule, is that constant or it shifts?
It is very shifty. Like, it changes a lot because I work at Chick-fil-A and then I also work at Sidewall Pizza. And so on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, I typically work mornings. And then from Wednesdays through Saturdays, it's kind of whenever throughout the day. And then sometimes I'll have a double, which means that you're working early in the morning and then you have an hour to 2 hours off and then you work at night. So in some of the situations, I'm going to be working just nights. So then I would want to schedule that time in the mornings to work out. And then if I'm working at Chick-fil-A and I'm working all morning, I would have to change that and adjust it to working out at night. And then sometimes when I am working those doubles, the only time that I might have is directly in the middle of it for those 2 hours. So it would be something that would have to be flexible, but probably I need to plan it.
So you should be able, your goal then would be something along the lines of a flexible workout schedule where, you know, maybe Mondays and Tuesdays, or Monday or Tuesday, you work out more in the morning, and then you have a plan for a later workout time on some of the other days. And you'd want something that's not necessarily specifically, I have to get it done at 4 o'clock because you might be working at 4.
Exactly. So I think it would be something that a goal for me would be when I get my schedules, which they usually come out Friday or Saturday, when I get my schedule for this next week, what I should do is I should figure out when I'm working on the different days, and then schedule and see what days I would be most available to work out, because I would like to work out either 3 to 4 times a week, so that I have like a day on, a day off, a day on, so that it's not overwhelming.
Right.
And so I think I would need to schedule in what times would work for that, and then I would also, you have to figure out the balance, because I would want to be able to give myself enough grace that if one day it got really hectic and I couldn't do it, that I would be okay. Like, I would be okay missing it every once in a while. I don't want to beat myself up over missing it, but then I have to be careful that I'm also not just skipping it and then like, well, that's fine. Like, I don't need to work out. Like, I need to make sure that I have the drive to do it and that I'm pushing myself to do it, but that I'm not beating myself over it if it doesn't work out that day.
So maybe figure, you want to do it 3 to 4 times a week, but if you only get it twice a week, you're still on your goal line.
Yeah, and just making sure that I'm pushing myself to do it whenever it works in my schedule.
Okay. So, what so far has been preventing you from getting started? Anything in particular?
Well, it was work and school because I really did not have a lot of time and I had a lot of driving distance, and so, or I would be staying at people's houses, and so it wasn't really my own space to work out in, and I was bouncing around a lot and I was driving a lot, and then I was either at work, at school, or doing homework. And so my schedule was very full, and I really didn't feel like I had much time. And so now that it's summer and school is out, I just have to work around work. So I have to schedule when I'm going to be available around work. So that is a lot less that I have to handle, and I've moved into my own place now. So I have a lot more freedom and structure in my life. And so now it's trying to figure out how to go about this. And usually something that prevents me is just laziness and habit.
Laziness and habit.
Yeah.
Okay. So when you have an opportunity to exercise and you don't, how does that make you feel? What are the thoughts going through your mind at that time?
Usually I feel pretty bad, especially if I was if I set the goal to, okay, I need to figure out what I'm going to do. I need to either work out today or figure out how I want to work out in the future. And I set that goal where I'm this is my plan. And then I don't do it. And I just sit on my bed and scroll through Instagram. And then I feel like I failed myself, or that I haven't, because I had set that goal and then I had not done it. And I think I beat myself up over it, but I don't change. I'll still do the same thing.
So you're having these kind of negative and reinforcing automatic thoughts when you don't do what you're supposed to be doing.
Exactly. And that doesn't help me get it done. It just makes me do it again and then feel awful.
So it's very much a repeating pattern between your situation and where you're tired and you don't really feel like it, and so you don't, and then you feel bad for not doing it, and you get back into that situation of, well, I'd like to, but I'm not doing, I haven't done it, and it's not really going to matter.
Yeah.
Something like that?
Exactly like that.
Exactly like that. Sounds like me.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, so you can see the connection between your thoughts and the thoughts that just kind of pop into your head, which we call automatic thoughts, about how you don't exercise and how that might affect your situation and your behavior, and that, well, I'm too tired, and so I'm just going to sit here for a little while, and then you just don't do it.
Yeah.
Okay. So, what are maybe some things that you think might be behind that? Behind your feeling too tired? Behind, well, it just doesn't matter.
It would probably be that habit of where I've made that decision that it doesn't matter. I've made that decision that I'm too tired in the past, and so I get into a habit of just making the same decision. And even though, physically, I have the energy to do it, but I've told myself I'm too tired. And so even though I have the energy, I've said in the past, oh, I'm just too tired, I'm not going to do it. So again and again, I just don't do it.
So you're able to recognize that your beliefs there aren't exactly helpful or even functional.
Yeah.
But that's still what you go by.
Yeah, because it's just
okay.
what I've always done.
So maybe in addition to coming up with a schedule, a goal for you might be something along the lines of working on that automatic thought, recognizing it when it comes into your head. Okay, now we've already decided, and I already know that this isn't working for me. So even if you just start with recognizing that would be a positive step for you, right?
Yeah, definitely. I think that would help a lot.
Just being aware.
Being aware of it, and then trying to maybe counter those thoughts. Like, if I notice that I'm making a thought that isn't correct, saying, okay, well, you actually do have the energy to do it, and you do have the time to do it, and you just need to figure it out and do it.
Okay. So let's think on the other side. How do you feel when you actually manage to go and exercise?
I feel a lot better because, first of all, I have completed that goal. And even if it's a little goal, it makes you feel good when you've done that.
Yeah.
Like, you've accomplished your goal. And obviously, exercising gives you that, like, exercise high where your body is just working and doing what it's supposed to be doing. And so you have, like, adrenaline and whatever else, I don't know, in your body. And you just feel good after your workout. And so I always feel much better when I actually do that.
Okay. So we're about out of time. So can you tell me what you think about our little discussion right here, and any positives or negatives or things that you think might work, or just any thoughts about it?
I think it was very good. I don't know what I think. I think it was good. I like that you can ask me questions and you can reflect what I say. And I think that helps a lot. And that you're acknowledged about your topic and can explain it to me.
Okay. All right. Well, thanks for your help. And we'll see next time.